Hi guys, my name is Richard Giles, Sherwin-Williams Aerospace Technical Service and Training Manager. I'm here at our training facility in Andover, Kansas. In this video clip today, we're going to be talking about the three-stage mica system. We start with the ground coat, of course, which was covered in a previous video clip for repair. We have a translucent mica mid-coat, which goes on top of the solid color, of course, for your effect. And of course, the whole thing has to be clear coated with any of our clear coats from the CC1, CC3, the 850 line and Acroglow line. So this can be universally clear coated. The ground coat and the mica offer the same hardener, same thinner package, activated thinner, and they're both mixed at 4:1:3, so there's a lot of commons here. This is a 4-stage process for spot repair. We start off with the ground itself. Then we work into the mica, which is going to be a combination of the ground and mica, similar to the shimmer coat. And then we've got the option of using a wet bed surrounding the perimeter. And what the wet bed offers on particular colors like silvers and golds is that the mica lays down in a wet bed. It doesn't stand up and give you that frosting around the perimeter of repair. This is a true base coat system, providing we do a repair in paint process, which is behind me, which is a very dark blue. Traditional repair, which is sanding, cleaning. We're using the 110158 cleaner, pre-paint wipe, and wipe on, wipe off technique. And then we're going to go from solid color transition mica into a wet bed, and then we can see with a sun gun that we've got that density and transition, that invisible transition. So we're going to mix this material, again, 4-stage. Very easy, a flash, 5-minute flash between layers, and you'll see how easy this repair can be. The wet bed, in this case, is our conventional clear. It's over-reduced because we want reduced solids by 50% actually. And the reason for the wet bed is just to get the mica on the edges laying down into a uniform effect. Certain colors don't need the wet bed. We prefer that it's a one-fits-all type of repairability, and it just ensures that you're not getting a flop difference on an angle to the face on the repair. Again, very simple. It is a 2-gun technique. You can use full-size guns, small spot guns, whatever's available, whatever you're comfortable with. The two products here, which is the ground, which obviously is the opaque side of business. That's mixed 4 base, 1 hardener, 3 parts of activated solvent. In this case, we're using, it's called 850 BR3, which is typical to solid colors. The mica, which is the translucency side and the effect side of business. That's mixed at 4:1:3. In this case, because of the different solvent composition for orientation, we're using a product called 850 BR1. It's the same ratio, 4:1:3. Obviously the BR1 and the BR3 here, they're both compatible. We're blending between one and the other today, so they are compatible, it's just a different composition. Traditionally, we put the hardener in the base and then the solvent, the activated solvent, into the chemical mix. And these are all volumetric ratios, providing you mix accurately 4:1:3 in this case. We know that everything's going to be fine chemically, drying-wise, performance-wise, color-wise. So if you get this right, then everything is good. mica, the blending of the mica and the solid color is an 80-20 ratio. So you've got 80% of the mica itself, 20% of the solid color pigmented system to give you a density transition between the solid color and the effect, which we'll do in the fourth component. What I typically do, we just line them up left to right in this case. You've got the full base, you've got the transition, you've got the mica, and then you've got the interface wet bed. So we'll run along left to right, utilizing this around this area. But relatively easy. Again, you can use two guns to save time and obviously do any gun adjustments one time basically for each product. So let's get started and get this repair. First stage is the base coat itself. The job of the base coat is simply to get the opacity back into the body of the repair. Once that is flashed for a few minutes, we use a transition coat. The transition coat comprises of the mica itself and the solid color, which is a 20-80 split. We use a wet bed of a refinished clear coat, in this case 850cc1. That's applied over the whole repair, extending right past the two-coat repair. While this is still wet, the wet bed is still wet, we apply the full-strength mica over the full repair, but it has to be within the wet bed area. And this will give you the orientation, the color, the density, and the effect. Finally, we use a sun gun to make sure that you've got the opacity, you've got the effect, you've got the repairability that you're looking for. It's very user-friendly, and this goes through all color ranges from silvers to golds, in this case to a blue. Now that all of the repairs are clear coated, you can see that the color transition profile and the repair itself is totally invisible to the eye at all light conditions and all angles. The definition of a repair is, where is it? If we can achieve an invisible aesthetic repair that isn't noticeable to the inspector or customer in all light conditions, we consider that successful. Follow us on our YouTube channel, Sherwin-Williams Aerospace, for all future smart repairs.